relatively new, about 45 years or so, you said. So even if someone who's not looking to buy a property or get a mortgage, Islamic finance, would you still recommend Muslim community to actually set up bank accounts with them and get rid of their banks
with that? So
would you recommend Muslims to set up
with whom?
Accounts with a Rayan or
Yeah, of course. There is no doubt. Okay, now alhamdulillah, you brought up something important. You know, in a Rayan, if you are involving in current account, it's completely pure halal account because it's based on loan. You give loan to a Rayan, and whenever you want your loan back, give it back to you. As simple as this. He's just giving you services in terms of ATM, debit card, blah blah. But it's halal. It's a pure qard without qard hasan, without any interest. So there is no doubt to involve in this. We are just talking about the second one, saving account and mortgages.
Okay. Second question, you mentioned about insurance. I thought the whole idea of insurance wasn't
No, there is halal insurance like takaful. This needs a lecture, but basically it's like this. Insurance company, you pay the premium.
Is that how it works?
For what? Now you insure your car. Let's say you pay £1,000 a year for your car insurance. What will happen if you don't do an accident? If there's no accident?
You just pay the money, but
Just keep paying, even for 50 years. Isn't that correct?
Yeah.
Let's say, la samah Allah, in second month, you kill someone. Have an accident, you kill someone. Let's say that you have to pay 100,000 or 200,000. Who will pay this? It's like gambling. Very similar to gambling. Although it's improving now because there are more calculations and they're making it closer and somehow bringing it or taking it out of ambiguity. That's why some scholar like Zarqa, rahimahullah, said it's permissible, even conventional insurance. But this is, so far, it's haram. But what's takaful? Takaful is simple as this. We have a box here. We say, brothers, all of us here, we will put £100 a month. Okay? And if anyone struggles with accident or whatever, we will pay from this box. Okay? Every month we pay. Then Javed comes say, okay, I'm doing some business. Would you want me to invest this money? We say, that's fine, you invest. So if Javed is doing mudaraba contract, he's investing this money for a share. Let's say, for example, you take 40% and the profit will come 60% here. But the relationship between you and the money is just charity. You're giving for the sake of protecting yourself and the brothers, which means it is philanthropic, not muawada, not to get something back. But we wanted to keep the money invested. We get someone else to do it. Even if we don't get someone else, this box to help all of us. So when we give the money, we give it as a charity, not like the insurance company. And also in the insurance company, the conventional insurance, who will take this money in the box? The insurance company. In Islamic takaful, no, the money is still ours. So if there is any surplus, it will be given back to the participants. So that's why it's different. There is takaful and there is conventional insurance. Now.
Hold on. So we have the brother there is waiting patient. That's the question, please. And the brother next to him, and then
One second. I'm coming to you, Yahya.
Which banks offer this service, please?
What's that? The insurance? Takaful. There used to be a company called Salam, but it's closed down. Someone was telling me there's a new insurance company coming up. I don't know the name. And by the way, there are some brothers in London. They're doing very good job in terms of buying houses. They're not a bank; it's a financial company, and they're doing it very good. Practically, I don't know the name. I think Shaykh Haytham al-Haddad is one of their Sharia board, and they're doing very well in this. And I think they have waiting list full. They have two sides. One, you can invest your money, and the other side is you take a Islamic mortgage. I'm just telling you the theory can be practiced even individually. Yes, yeah, they have musharaka and they have rent. إجارة منتهية بالتمليك. يا صحيح.
There's a question from the lady side and then one from my side as well. The lady said the question is what many people are not aware of which banks are providing Islamic banking services apart from Riyadh.
Wallahi, to be honest with you, even a Rayyan, I don't want to mention banks' names. You know why? It doesn't look nice. as if I am just a broker for them or something like this. No, so I'm just, there are many banks, they are Islamic. Now I just want to tell you something. By the law, the conventional banks are not allowed to do any investment, any investment transactions or buying and selling transactions. It's just loan. So when the bank deals with these type of transactions, buying and selling, etc., it is an Islamic bank because it only is the only section that in the banks allowed to do these type of transactions. Do you understand it? You can't do musharaka with HSBC. They will give you loan, not musharaka.
They used to do it.
They amana because it's Islamic.
Yeah.
Islamic, talking about HSBC, the conventional side. So any Islamic banks, you think it's Islamic and you know about the Sharia board, get the contract and get the contract checked. Just deal with it individually like this.
And the second question from my side is there anywhere where the people, the common people like us, the Amma,
No.
can get some more information and knowledge about Islamic banking? And is there any place where Khasa, anyone who wants to specialize in Islamic banking can study Islamic banking?
Yeah, there are some, for example, in Markfield, they have very good courses in this field. And there is online diploma is good. It's a diploma in Islamic banking finance. It's in Dundee, but a certified diploma is good. And actually this diploma, if you finish it, I think 6 months diploma, you can go for a master with one of the, I think Bolton University, something like this. It's good diploma and it's very helpful. But still, it depends on how you're interesting. If you are interesting, then you have to study more and listen more to get more information about this. نعم.
Shaykh, I don't know, do you remember? I've been for the Rayan on behalf of my friend to buy the property. Then I had a long discussion with them. At that time, like the brother said, exactly they point out the 3 issues we had come and discuss with you. One is the property value goes down, some case earthquake,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
They're not taking any responsible on that time. I'm talking around 4 or 5 years before. Do you have any idea? Did they change their policy or still they are following?
To be honest with you, I can't go on details, but as I said to you, get this point from the contract.
Yeah, because
Do you have it in the contract?
mashallah, because that brother who came,
Yeah.
all the eligibility, if you say yes, he is going to go next day. So we were on the meeting with you on your room. You said Allahu Alam, they are very close to, but I can't say it's halal.
Yeah, if this one is not halal.
Yeah, that is the reason he said I'm not going to give. Still, he's living on the rent house.
Yeah. I think there was,
Jazakallah.
regarding this point recently, about 3-4 years ago, there was like I watched a video on the Rayan for one of the Mashayikh, one of the muftis there. And he made the rule for this. He applied the rule of al-ghun bil-ghurm.
Yeah.
He said if the price goes up, we give it away.
Okay.
And therefore, if it goes down, if you want to sell, we sell together. We refuse to sell if it goes down.
Oh, refuse.
We refuse to sell.
Yeah, that's fine. It's another issue.
And unless you get somebody who's willing to buy from us.
Yeah, no, this is completely different now.
So
We move to another okay area.
They said this point you're responsible, but he made it the ta'sil.
I'll tell you something. Let's put it this way. Forget about banks, okay? The same. Me and Abdul Aziz got the house. Abdul Aziz, before involved, he said to me, listen, Abu Yahya, if you want to sell the house, we will not sell it if there is any recession. You okay? Otherwise, don't put me in this problem. Don't get me in this musharaka, partnership, and there is a recession, you tell me now I want to sell now. No, I won't sell. Unless you get someone to buy my share.
You compensate.
Yeah, it's up to you then. I mean, this is a condition because I came here to help you. You can't just leave. You know, there are many dodgy clients, many dodgy customers. If the bank does not secure its contract, they will be in trouble. That's why I was shocked. How can an Islamic bank say something like this? There must be something behind it. But sir, 1 second. I don't want to go in details. As I said to you, I don't want to make a marketing for Rayyan or any bank. But I've checked some contracts. They are okay, akhi. Some of them, they have small issues, but they're generally speaking, they're okay. So that's what I'm telling you. What is in the contract? Just show me this point in the contract. I will tell you, yes, this is haram.
They don't provide contract, detailed contracts.
No, they can't.
Unless you get into the actual process.
If they don't provide this in the contract, no, I'm talking about. I've seen actual contract, signed contract with them.
Well, when you sign it, they produce
Yeah, this I'm telling you. I've seen the signed one. There is nothing such a point in the.
But that's the point, Sheikh. You have to sign the contract in order to get a copy of the
No. This is maybe that staff, that specific person in the bank does not know the rules of Islamic bank. I told you, tell him I want to have an access with the Sharia board. You get the right. They must give you this. If they say no, they are doji. I'm telling you. If they say no, if you can't reach him, this is another point, but they have to give you an access to this. But this is, subhanAllah, it's good. I will raise this. I don't know any one of them anyway, but I mean, I will raise this. I will email them and tell them, listen, people are complaining about your procedures, not about your contract. There's a lack of information. Yes, Aimen.
Just two questions about the Sharia board. One is, how do you know who's legit on the Sharia board? Because you don't know who those people are. That's one thing.
It's like,
Secondly, and this was 5-6 years ago, when we did go to see Arian, he was on London Road, to speak to one of the Sharia advisors. He happened to be a non-Muslim, and he didn't know what he was talking about.
Non-Muslim? No, it can't be Sharia board non-Muslim. Definitely. Maybe they just Sharia board must be Muslim. He might be the Sharia board. What is it? Could be 3-4 people. 2, for example, scholars. 1 is specialist in financial issues. The third one could be legal lawyer, something like this. But 2-3 must be scholars of Islamic transactions. It's a must by the law of the Islamic banks. Otherwise, it won't be Sharia board. They could have someone in between as a non-Muslim for any other issues, but to give fatwa, he can't. I've seen one, I think he's Hindu or Sikh in Islamic bank. He's working as a staff. Although I entirely disagree with this, not because of racism, no. When you say we are Islamic bank, actually I'm expecting practicing people in the front of me when I come. When I see even a Muslim lady without scarf, I would say, oh, is this Islamic bank? This is even as a marketing shouldn't be that way. Understand me? So this is what I'm talking about. But to have Sharia board non-Muslim, this is impossible.
No, but he was a Sharia advisor, not necessarily from the board. We didn't ask anybody.
No, even Sharia advisor. He can't be, unless if the guy who told you the name is just does not know what his position. It's impossible. Sharia advisor in a Islamic bank, non-Muslim. When I was doing my master in Islamic bank, there were a Hindu is doing Islamic bank with us. They want to do it. Yeah, they did it and they passed because they're looking for a job, and they know this is a new market is coming, so they want to be there. But they can't give fatwa. The fatwa is based on ijtihad. Akhi, we spent about 30 years studying. I'm still struggling. When you give me some points and sit down, the whole night thinking about it. Could be halal. Talk about non-Muslim who didn't even finish read the Quran. So it's impossible. However, what you said about the Sharia board, how do you know that those people are, reliable or not? It's as simple as this. Like what do you do with the rest of the mashayikh when you hear about them? When you hear about other sheikh, how do you investigate that is man good or bad? You will do the same procedures. Unfortunately, this is how it, because it's a very deep field. There is Sharia, there is Ayufi. You know Ayufi in Bahrain? They have standards. It's like constitution of Islamic banks. Murabaha standard, Musharaka standard, Mudaraba standard. This is perfect. Perfect. It's done by scholars, very well-known scholars. But it's difficult for you to study this. So the only thing that you need to do, check the names and give the names to the people you know. Do you know about those people? If they say yes, you go ahead. Yes, sir.
If somebody wants to buy a property for £300,000 and he's putting £80,000 cash and he's borrowing £220,000 from the Islamic bank. And what if the Islamic bank is? Are they borrowing money from the third party?
They don't give you as a loan. The 220, they will not give it to you as a loan, Islamic bank. They either give it to you as a partnership. They'll buy the house with you, or they'll buy a house and they will rent it to you, or they'll buy the house and sell it to you as a murabaha, Islamic bank, they will not give you a card, because if they give you loan, they'll give you card Hasan. They'll give you 220 and they take it back to 120, which is...
But do they borrow the money from the different...
No, they don't borrow. Depositors. Depositors who put the money there, this is the money they use. They are here, depositors here, investors there. So they take the money from you and they invest it. You understand me? And they take it. If they take it as a current account, you will benefit nothing. They won't give you any interest, not like the conventional bank. The only benefit you get, the services, because the ATM, the debit card, blah, blah, and you need it because of the system in the world is based on banks. So you need it. And a saving account, they will tell you we have saving account based on mudaraba, saving account based on musharaka. Whatever you have, the money is here, then they will invest it there. You know those brothers in London I told you, they will take your money, they will tell you we'll invest the money. And we give you, for example, 30%, 40%. And you make it a mudaraba mutlaqa, open mudaraba, unrestricted mudaraba. What does it mean? If I take your money, I say, brother, I will invest your money just in the cars. This is restricted mudaraba, muqayyada, in cars. I can't invest your money in, for example, in clothes. But if I take your money, you know that I'm a good businessman, you say just use it in anything. This is unrestricted mudaraba, mudaraba mutlaqa, and this is what the brother said. They will take it. They can buy houses, they can rent, they can do anything. They invest the money, and when at the end of the year, they'll check how much profit they made. They'll give you a share, and they keep their share, and that's it. As simple as this. وصلى الله وسلم على محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين.
How they calculate for the if it goes wrong?
Sorry?
Last point.
Hmm.
Give the profit. So if it goes for the lost, how do we get from him like sharing for the lost?
How do you share? You lose the money.
Like because I give the money for you.
Yeah.
I tell okay you use for anything.
Yeah.
So you may use for the couple of business.
Okay.
But end of the day we don't know which business you have been lost and which business you.
If it's unrestricted, it doesn't matter. We see at the end of the year how much profit we made. Let's say we invest in 4 fields, 1 lost and 3 make profit. The total is profit. That's fine. You get your share and that's it. But if it's restricted, let's say I'm dealing in 4 fields: cars, clothes, houses, anything else. You said to me, I just want to involve in houses. I don't want any investment in the rest. And in this year, I lost in the houses and made a profit in the rest. You lose. You don't make any profit. Because you restricted your business in that specific business and you lost. Did you get it? بارك الله فيكم جزاكم الله خير إن شاء الله سبحانك وبحمدك لا نستغفرك ونتوب إليك